So I just start talking now, right? As I heard, the live has already begun, right? I'm still checking, making sure of it. If you're already seeing this, I'm Gong from CGTN, but I have to put on my mask. I have to mask myself because of this other show's regulations. They asking everyone participating to wear a mask. But welcome to the show. This is the 2020 Beijing Auto Show. This bi-yearly, it starts every 2 years. This was supposed to be on April, but now it is. But now we have to postpone it to this date, to September. But still, everything is happening. And let's see our first object. I have been briefly toured around this place, and I realized there is a lot of things that not even cars. This is a car show, but there are a lot of things not even cars. Just look at this big thing behind me. You see that? This is a drone. This is actually a drone. A car maker is displaying a drone, and I will have to turn to my rear camera, flip my phone, and for you to watch it closely. You see it over here, and I'll switch back to the back side. You see this big thing? This is this is the most impressive thing I've seen at this auto show so far. Can you even define this thing? Is this a vehicle? This is a manned drone. You can see with all these helis. You can see here. Yeah, I think this is an 8-axis drone. There are 8 axes, and with a place for the pilot. It's actually a bit like a helicopter in its mini form. It's a really small helicopter, or you can see it's a manned drone. The name manned drone in Chinese will be very interesting. The problem is, in China, drone is called unmanned vehicle, just like you would say UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. So now this is a manned drone. So what do we say? It's like a unmanned vehicle. Okay, that's a bit of a joke-like situation. And now you can see part of the control over there. It looks like there will be a tablet device, looking like a bit like an iPad over there when you sit into this thing. An iPad like projects will be in front of you, and you have 2 joysticks like devices for you to control this thing. You can see. And I've been talking with the maker of this drone for a while, and the technicians told me that this drone is now controlled like a helicopter. But later they will design a new way to control it, to make people with a driver license to drive it just like a car. But this thing flies in a 3D world. It's not only in a 2D lane situation. This is flying in the air. So I really wonder how they can, using pedals and drivers and wheels to control this kind of thing. It's very strange. I don't know if you guys have played video games like GTA, like Grand Theft Auto before. Because in Grand Theft Auto, you control vehicles, you control cars, you drive cars, and you drive helicopters, and you control them in completely different ways. Because in GTA you drive these 2 stuff with different ways. But now, with this thing, they're planning to merge the 2 ways of control into just one. You can just drive helicopter-like drones to just like cars. So I don't know how they will eventually implement it, but I think they're really trying to, lower the bar of driving a helicopter or driving a manned drone. Okay, seems like we're back online, right? I'm sure. I think you can hear me now, right? Okay, so I'm really sorry that I pressed the wrong button on my device, and it seems like that the network was broken for a while, and now we're back online. Just stay tuned, stay here. We're back online, and I promise I won't make that mistake again. So, uh, just now we've been talking about the Beijing Auto Show 2020, and we are seeing a lot of things being exhibited that are not even vehicles, that are not even cars. You know, a car show is supposed to be displaying cars, but now this car show, it includes things that are not even cars. It's like unmanned vehicles, like drones. You know, we just witnessed a manned drone. This manned drone, I think, is really interesting because they're trying to change the way you control the drones, and you can actually using the way you drive cars like a vehicle to control the drone. But they're still trying to make that happen. Okay, and another problem with a lot of people have been dreamed about being flying in the sky, and the sky has there is no limits up there because there are so many space in the sky. The space is so limited on the ground. You look for a parking lot, and the parking lot are really expensive sometimes. So it's a proof that we need more space for the transportation system. So flying a drone or using a flying vehicle, a flying car, could be really cool stuff. Because in the cyberpunk novels, or those futuristic artists, futuristic stuffs like videos or movies, there are a lot of people that's flying cars everywhere. But putting these flying cars in reality can be a big problem. We've been dreaming about this, but it's not a good thing to do. If you fly, just imagine this place. There are a lot of people walking on the ground right now. Imagine there are a second layer of people walking. This is the lane of people. Let's see if there is a second lane of people walking above, floating above. They will still collide to each other. They still face each other. They can still see each other. If you're flying alone, it will be okay. But if there are many people flying, it's still possible that you collide into each other. And for people, you can easily dodge them. Like when I'm walking in this place, I can easily dodge everyone around me because I can see them. But in the sky with a vehicle, and you're flying really fast, so if you collide, you're not only having an accident, you will also possibly drop into the ground and hitting people under you. That would be a big problem. So safety is crucial for an unmanned vehicle to operate. So that's one of the reasons you can only see these unmanned vehicles in advanced cities like Dubai, or in developing countries, because in those places the infrastructure can still be adjusted to a level that you can have regulations, you can have the government, or you can have AI software, or you can you can set up a lot of rules to limit the flying vehicles to make sure that everyone won't collide. So I think this is the crucial part. This is the reason why we're still not using the flying vehicles, And so secondarily, so after the flying vehicle stuff, I would also want you to see this. This place. It's a brand called Great Wall. This is the Great Wall. So they're displaying a lot of not UAV. This is SUV. Okay, this is SUV stuff. Because in China, many family can only afford one car only, or even some family cannot even buy a car, not even rich enough to own a car. So for them, they can only buy one car. So you can think about this. If you can only buy one vehicle for your whole family, what type of cars will you choose? You will not choose a sedan. A sedan is too small. it looks cool, but it's too small to store stuff. Because in the backpack, its back storage is too small. But for this kind of car, for SUV, you actually do a lot of stuff. It's high enough. It's high enough to travel in all situations, most situations actually, and its back is large. It's large enough to store a lot of things. We work at a TV station. We also travel. For journalists like me or editors like me, at CGTN, we do a lot of stuff. We store a lot of things in the back of the car. So we need a big storage. For families, it's also a big problem. Sometimes you have to go to IKEA or you have to go to a convenience store and you get a lot of things and your car you cannot hold anymore. So in China, SUV is one of the main target for average consumers to get. I think that will be that's very different from many parts of the world, because most of the world would like sedans, would like sedans, but in China SUV is the preferred choice of the public. So it's a different culture, I have to say. Maybe the Chinese is not rich enough to enjoy sedan yet. So let's see. But in addition to that, also some people will love to go for the wild, just like this kind of car. You can check this. So this kind of thing, a more like a Jeep. Jeep in China is not only a brand. It's not only a brand. It's a type of car. People call Jeep-like devices Jeeps. That's a type, not even a brand anymore. This is Great Wall's new device. I think the new vehicle. They can even store a small kitchen in the back of this thing. You can see they're also actually providing food to tell you that they can actually store a kitchen or even a bed inside. That's a little bigger than SUV, but you can see you can travel a very long distance with this kind of thing. You can see. So I think people, if you're the one that really love to venture into the wild, this will be the thing for you, right? This kind of thing was rare in China. Well, it used to be very rare in China, but now, they're putting up this in a car show to tell you that they're ready. They're ready for that. They have products ready for you. China is big, but China is also crowded. So, wild venturing is not the stuff that many people consider to do. But still, things are happening. Things are happening. So I haven't introduced you to the general information of this stuff yet. So this is in the northwest. We're in the northwest place of Beijing. Beijing, China's capital. So today, so now in Beijing, Beijing time, it is like near the noon. It's in the morning, but it's near the noon. So everything's bright outside, but it's a little bit rainy. And this place is really cool because it's a bit remote. It's a bit far away from the central city. So the space is enough. There are much space left for everyone to display their cool stuff. And but still, everything in Beijing is still enshadowed by the COVID-19 pandemic, because you can see all around me, everyone around me are wearing masks. So and even I'm wearing masks. I really want you to see all my face, but it's not possible. The car show requires everyone to wear masks, and I'm so sorry. I have to go to the live broadcast like this. I really need to use my eyes to tell you how I feel. Like when I'm really happy, like when I'm serious, when I'm something, I have to use my eyes only to tell you. That's a bit hard. Actually, that's a bit hard to get. I I have to use my eyes to do all the expressions, and without my mouth, you know. With mouth you can do a lot of things. You open your mouth you use your mouth to smile, you know, a smiley face or a laugh or anything. But now with my mouth mask, it's very hard. It's actually a bit harder for me to do the live than normal. So the COVID-19 is really a discomfort at least. But there are still a lot of things happening. You know, all major brands from local or from international, they still managed to bring the stuff, because you know, there are many local brands here. You know, it's like the BYD. I don't know if you guys know BYD. So BYD is a car maker and a battery maker. They make really cool electronic batteries. And they sell electronic cars. You can see here. So this is their booth. You can check on their latest vehicles. So BYD named their cars in a different way that is only understood by local people. Because you know, you can see this is something plus, right? I think to most people who only understand English, the only thing they can see is plus. So this is something plus. You know, okay, that is a Chinese character. That's it's called. You can say it like song. So BYD named their cars with dynasties in China, with ancient Chinese dynasties. So you know, Song is one of the most it's one of the longest dynasty ever existed in China. China has thousands of years of history, but Song is one dynasty that occupies a really long time. And this one is a short time dynasty, but it is the first dynasty. It is the first emperor ruled dynasty in China. This is called Qin. Okay, I think many people may heard of the Qin if you're interested in China. And this one is the electronic vehicle. So you can see many SUVs, right? You can see local brands are focusing on SUVs. This is China right now. They really need a big bag to store their stuff, and they still need 4 to 5 seats. You can see many people are trying here. They're experiencing the cars, and you can see here with a big Android tablet in front of you. So this is BYD's core competitive power. Some people may even joke. Some people even have jokes, you know. So you know, some people created memes in China. It's like you're buying the tablet, and the car is a gift. You pay money for the tablet instead of the car. The car is a gift. You don't pay for the car. That's because you know, people are complaining. In the previous years, Chinese people are complaining about those electronic cars. Electronic cars used to be seen as underperformers, and they don't really love electronic devices because you know, electronic cars travel a shorter distance. You know, you have to charge it often, and the charging time is so long. So not everyone love electronic cars. But now they're making things better. You know, one of the first electronic cars, like the Tesla have factories in China, and the Chinese local brands are also trying a lot, you know, to improve the battery power, because you know, battery is one of the, I would say a pain in the ass situation for every electronic thing. You know, I'm using a cell phone, I'm using a smartphone to do this live broadcast, and you know, it can be very frustrating. I can only do like 1 or 2 hours. I can't do any longer because of the battery of my smartphone. You know, battery is a big problem for everybody now. And also, you know, for electronic cars, it's also the same thing. The car battery is also a very frustrating situation. You know, although you have really big, you know, cars are big, and so they can be packed with a much larger battery, but still they need to travel long distance. with their tons of weight. So it's still hard for the batteries to function for a really long time. And you can see now we're traveling from the east side of the venue to the west side, because you know this is the west part of this show. So I will show you the map. I will try to show you a map of this. You can see this is the venue. So basically, this is everything. You can see, even if you don't read Chinese, it's still possible to identify W1 to 4 and E1 to E4. So this is everything. There were 8 booths. We have just traveled only one of it. You know, we're from E3, and now we're going to get to W3. So there were so many car makers out there, and now let's see here what is happening. So these are mostly, you know, the foreign brands like Infiniti. You know, back in my hometown, I was born in Shandong, China, and back in my hometown, Infiniti is a really luxurious brand. I don't know if it is also so in your country. So, you know, Infiniti was a really cool brand back in my hometown, and they have this QX50. I think this is not the latest, but they may have something even more planned. And now, so they have been displaying their cars. You can see the people. You can see a lot of people. They look like business people instead of just, you know, potentially the people want to buy cars. It more seems like the people want to buy car parts, you know, or they want to sell cars. The business people. That voice is too loud, right? I think that woman is a bit loud. So I will have to back away. And you can see, okay, the French are also having a lot to display. So foreign brands are considered as better in China for a while. And it's not like the smartphone, you know, people are preferring Huawei, but for cars, people are still believing in foreign brands. You know, so after all, foreign companies are having a much longer history of making cars, and the Chinese are actually still learning from them. Maybe some of you prefer copying, but I would say, you know, there are not much left for the Chinese to innovate. And also the Mansory, also Volvo. Oh, I think Volvo is now acquired by a Chinese company, right? So I think it's Chery. Chery bought Volvo, right? So Volvo is now controlled by Chinese people, but they're still trying to paint themselves as a foreign brand to attract local buyers. You know, this is also an interesting place. So today is not for the general audience. You know, this car show, it lasts for longer than 2 weeks. This car show is really long. It has more than 2 weeks. So partly because there are many kind of people that wants to be in this car show. You know, like I'm media, right? I'm media, and there are many people are car dealers or car parts dealers, and also, you know, car makers, all those people. So there are so many people that needs attention, or they need their dedicated. They need some dedicated stuff for themselves to happen. So you know, they have to design specific time for specific people. Like for September 26th to 27th to 28th, so they were allowed to media to take videos of all these cars. You know, we shoot videos. Our business team, you know, I'm from CGTN Tech, and our CGTN business team, they've already taken a lot of videos, and they're busy making processing those videos right now. So I think you will see their video in a moment. And also, that's the day for, you know, professional medias or you know, people with tripods, actually. People with tripods to shoot their video and photos. And so now it's like September 29th, 30th is for professionals. So professionals is more like, actually not people like me. It's more like people, the people interested in the industry, or people from the industry. They're here to discuss their business. I can see a lot of people around here. They're like business people. You can see around me. See in this resting area. This is the hallway between the two, the east and west, the E and W exhibition halls. You can see the hallway. There are many business people here. Obviously, they're not from the car makers. They're not from car makers. They're from car dealers. You know, they're dressed up really in a really fancy way. Now, you know, after seeing a lot of cars, you know, cars are generally the same in the recent years. They're not making a big difference. But now, I will tell you something that is making a really big difference. You know, we're moving to the next part. We're moving to the thing I like, you know, electronics. So the chips and the devices that power our smart future. You know, the devices that can make cars smart. You know, so for smart cars to function, we need chips, right? We need chips. We need algorithms for smart cars to function. It's something more than just putting a tablet in front of you. So tablet is an important part, but there's another part. You know, you put a tablet-like device, you put another CPU to interact with the car instead of the people. So that is the smart car control. And we're here to see a Chinese local brand. It's actually a startup company. You know, it's called this is their booth. So I've been checking this Horizon company for quite some while. I don't know if you guys have watched a lot of CGTN before. We've been covering this Horizon here, this Horizon robotics for quite some time. You know, it's a brain with logic inside. And so Horizon is a company that is building, you know, chips with AI algorithms to help cars to make cars become actually smart. You can see from there, this is their intro video. So it's more like, so this is their product. This is one of the special company here. You know, they're not displaying cars, they're trying to display car techs. You can see there is a board. This is one of their products. It can with 28 HPC and CMOS, so it supports, you know, the mainstream deep learning algorithms like, you know, TensorFlow stuff or the Baidu stuff. So this is their new product. It's made for GAC. You know, GAC is Guangzhou. It's a car maker from Guangzhou. It's also from China. You can see this tiny, you know, after my fingertip, you can see there. It's a really small chip, but it can still. It's already. So they've already reached. So this startup company, they already reached a cooperation agreement to work with real and big car makers to make things happen. You know, you can see this board. This board is much larger. Let's see what it can do. So this is, they have their own architecture, because, you know, for smartphones you use ARM architecture, and for cars they're building their own architecture, and it's using the 16 nanometers from TSMC. At, you know, 4K at 30 FPS. Videos, and they can also use AI to identify objects over there. You can see from these demonstration videos, you can see that they're so this software and the chip can identify objects on the road. You can see they're painting different type of objects in different colors. You can see that. So this is AI algorithm that is helping. I'm seeing that my network speed is cutting off. So one of the special things that I really want to show you is how they use their technology to solve the audio part. Because you can see, it's common, you know, if you're driving, your hand must stay on the wheel controlling. So you cannot reach out to your phone, do anything. You know, it's not safe. So most of the cars are now trying to help you to use your voice, speech, to use speech recognition to help you to boost the performance, to help you interact with the car, interact with the smart features. But for a car, there are many people inside of a car. There are always like 2, 3, 4, even 5, 6, 7 people inside of a car. So many people using the same car. They're all speaking at the same time. So how can AI algorithm recognize each of their voices? Because for serious AI businesses like Google and Baidu, they're still working to find out how to, they give them one string of waveforms, and they can identify different people from it. It's very hard it's easy for us, if there are 2 people speaking to me, so I can choose to listen to this one or that one. But for AI, if I'm a machine, it's unable to identify which people is speaking, or if they're both speaking. This is the weakness of AI algorithms, So how is this company is trying to solve this? You can see with their tech. Let's see here. So they're building different microphones for each seat. Each seat have their own microphone. So each microphone can hear them accordingly. And another great thing is check here, this guy. So the guy in the right is speaking, and so there is a blue quarter in front of his mouth, and you can see that there is a mark of her mouth. So they're using video together with microphones to identify which person is speaking. Because when you speak, your mouth have to move. Without a mask, of course, so your mouth have to move. So they're using a small camera to take to take videos of people inside of the car, and then identify who is speaking, and then using the corresponding microphone to identify who sent who has actually spoken. This is a very smart thing. This is what technology is meant to be. It may not be a very complicated thing, but sometimes a small smart move can make everything different. So this Horizon company, I think they started their business. As I remember, Horizon started their business in 2018, not 8. So it's only a 2-year-old in the business, I think. And that company have created but they have already making a lot of chips. You can see there are 2 boards, 2 chips, and they're cooperating with local brands like GAC and Chang'an to produce real smart cars. So they're doing this for real. I think that's very interesting. And so, what else do you want to know from this Beijing Auto Show? Do you have anything that you really want to learn from this place? I will have to travel to some more places to show you. if there is anything else you want that can catch your attention. Okay, now we're now heading for maybe E4. You want to try E4? I think they have even more stuff over there. So for those who just entered, we are at the Beijing Auto Show, the Beijing Auto Show 2020. This thing was held every 2 years. So every 2 years, and it's a really big. It's one of the major car shows in China, across China. But under the pressure of the COVID-19 crisis, there were not as many people as it used to be. Last time back in 2018, when they held this car show, they're not differentiating media, pros and regular audience. So, okay, people on Weibo are asking if I'm wearing the wrong side of the mask. They say they want to flip the mask. Okay, I'll have to go to somewhere without many people to tell you this mask is one kind of a mask. The first initially when I bought this mask, I was also wondering which is the right side of it. Most of the masks are more blue to the outside, and more white, so more washed out on the inside. But you can see that this is quite washed out, right? But now I think I need some privacy here to take out my mask. So you can see here. This is the side that is facing you just now. This is the inside. Which side is the inside? It's not so blue. There are many. The mask should be make it even more blue. So I think that clarifies me, right? I know how to wear a mask. Okay, seriously. We have gone through a pandemic, a coronavirus pandemic. So of course we know how to wear masks. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know if I have heard this. By the way, talking about the pandemic, with masks, with everyone wearing the masks, there are less and less people catching cold. That's also interesting because these are all the stuff, the viruses that could transmit from people to people, from me to you, or maybe from me to people nearby. So for these kind of, you have to breathe in. Okay, where can you find the info on the tech? That's letting what on the tech show. At the what? How to find the info of this show, right? You want to find information. So we check just here, ChinaAutoShow.org. I think there are still tickets available. You can also scan this code. I don't know if you can scan this code from a live broadcasting screen. I think it might be not possible. It might be not possible. So just AutoChinaShow.org, and you can find all the information. They have English interfaces available. Auto China Show. Okay, this show is actually one of the biggest in China. You should pay a visit, and it's Golden Week in China. If you live in China, you must know this. It's Golden Week. So during the Golden Week, from October 1st to 5th, everything will be available. Everything will be here just like now, just like you see now from the video I proposed. Everything will be available here from October the 1st to 5th. Of course, you have to pay a little fee to visit this place. You have to pay a little bit fee to visit this place. It's like 50 to 100 kuai, 50 to 100 yuan. So that's roughly 15, roughly $7 to $15, roughly, very roughly. And just this place, smart, black, super what? I can't even translation that. You know, they're really making up words. I don't know this guy company, but their booth is really cool. Because here they have a really cool booth. I think this is a media place. Yeah, this is the car observers in China.
我们欢迎所有的嘉宾朋友们参与进来。好，我们首先呢要为大家进行发布的就是一轮红包雨。此刻呢，大家拿出手机扫描一下屏幕上方的二维码。我希望所有的嘉宾朋友们呢都能够来我们的故事展台参与进来。满意而归啊，乘兴而来，满意而归。来，大家赶紧扫描一下。同时呢，我也希望这个好运能够带给大家。
Because you know, if you come to this place by like October, there will be like 5 times more, maybe 5 times more people here in the show. Because you know, because today is Tuesday. Tuesday is working day. There's not many people available in a working day, right? This is also the company very recent, Hi-Fi. I don't know if anyone is familiar with audio technology or hardcore music lovers. You know, hi-fi hi-fi is a concept in the audio industry. That means high fidelity. That means the video is crystal clear than most of the audio, most of the music available on the market. But I don't know, choosing hi-fi as a brand name is very interesting. Maybe they want to make high fidelity cars. I don't know. It's the first time I hear this company. But their car looks pretty cool, right? This is a really large one. I think many people are taking photos here. I think this is a very cool device. Let's see. Okay. That's one of a kind, right? I think that it has a really cool appearance. Because you know, it also has a pair of backward opening doors. I don't know why they designed the car like this, but this is one hell of a car. Yeah, and there are also many other hell of a cars like here. I think this is their competitor, Tesla. Tesla is doing something big in China. You know, Tesla is a company that has really big ambition. I would say ambition in China. Tesla is now having a factory, having a smart factory in Shanghai, near Shanghai, I think. So, okay, Tesla has also got this big thing. So this is Series X, maybe. This is their Model X. Model X, really big, really cool, and standing at the center stage. Okay, I don't know if you can buy a Model X in China yet. And now Tesla, this is Model 3. Finally a sedan, right? finally a sedan, not SUV. Okay, this is Tesla Model 3, and you can experience the inside of this car. Tesla is actually doing a lot of stuff in China. Model 3 can now be produced in China. Can now be locally produced. And you can see here by factories inside China. So they're really trying to attract local people. But you know, Tesla is not. You know, Tesla is electronic, so you can also put stuff in the front. Now, this is the front of the car. This is not the back. The front of the car can also be used as storage because the engine is smaller than most of the diesel vehicles. Yeah, you can see this girl's playing with the car. Oh God, he's pretty. Okay. Let's not let the girl draw our attention. She's dancing. Oh, she is dancing. Okay. Oh. Seems like the Chinese audience really like the car, right? You know, people inside experiencing, they're also inside dancing. Okay, enough for the girl. So Tesla. Tesla is quite expensive for the Chinese people. You know, so they really need some way to make it cheaper. not only with government subsidizing, they also need, the Chinese government is not only subsidizing Chinese companies, they also subsidize foreign companies, so it's equal, And every electronic car all the electronic cars available in the Chinese market can be subsidized by the Chinese government. Because new energy, electronic vehicles are great. They're more environmental friendly. So why not? So that's why the Chinese government has decided to push forward to persuade more people to buy electronic cars. I think this is a good thing, right? So subsidizing is not always bad. Sometimes subsidizing can to lure more people to buy more advanced or more environmental friendly products. Because otherwise, if without a subsidizing, most of the average Chinese will not be able to buy Tesla. Tesla will not build their factories here because there are too few people buying. Okay, these are some luxury stuff. You can see here, not only local brands, foreign brands are also doing their job here. And still, they're also displaying larger vehicles. Here, okay, I think we're entering the luxurious area. As a middle class, I really don't know much about these luxurious brands. You can see here, like Bentley, Continental GT. I don't know much about this brand actually. I don't even see many Bentley cars in China. It's not like we're in Beijing, not in Dubai. Cars are expensive. This is the luxurious cars. Looks like this shiny front. It's really shiny. Yeah, you can see the leather. You can already see the leather inside of the car. So this must be a very luxurious vehicle. See there, Bentley. And Bentley are not even letting people in to see this. Not even letting people to check the inside of the car. Okay, so you can only experience other vehicles, but this one is exceptional. Okay, and right nearby, Aston Martin. Aston Martin is even more luxurious, right? I don't know which one is more luxurious. Maybe you can have a discussion over there. I know car brand lovers can really throw each other with their words. You can have a discussion in the comment section below. We allow this and we love this. We want more discussion. And let's move forward. Aston Martin. So, more knowingly, Lamborghini. Even Lamborghini is creating SUV-like devices in China. They're not featuring, you see, they're not featuring their sports car. They're not doing that because they know that most of the Chinese audience won't buy it. See there, that is their super sports car, but Lamborghini super sports, but they don't care. They're not actually putting this in the front. They're putting this in the front. As you can see, they're really customizing their booth for the Chinese. So this more SUV-ish vehicle was put in the front. So you can see that this is Lamborghini's strategy to tell people that they also weigh SUV heavily. Rolls-Royce. Okay, this is really luxurious stuff. They're not even letting people in. There is not a line. You can see there is no people waiting in the line. The line is totally empty. This is how luxurious they are to the Chinese. So they don't really have the money to even experience, to have this kind of experience. Average Chinese, they don't have the income to support that. Super cool. So Subaru is more available. Some of the Subaru cars are more available to the Chinese market. Yeah. I don't know if we have any more questions here. And GAC. We just mentioned GAC cooperating with that AI company, Horizon, to create AI-powered cars. And maybe there's something here. So according to what I know, the GS8 is one of their, how to say, controversial cars. So this brand used to call themselves Trump Chi, Trump and Chi, but Trump is no longer a very fancy word. Trump is we won't say Trump is good or Trump is bad, but Trump is controversial. That's definitely true, right? So GAC is now abandoning the Trump Chi brand internationally. So they're now putting Chinese characters there instead. Trump used to mean victory, but now Trump means I don't know something. So I think I'll be here for nearly an hour. So I think it's time for us to terminate the show. Okay. Anyone telling me that there is not enough showgirls here? Okay. Yeah, showgirl is not the main point here. Okay. And I think in October, when the consumers comes in, when you buy the tickets and come here in October, there will be showgirls. But just don't come to this kind of show just because the showgirls. That's pervert, okay? And so I think we're nearly the end of the live show. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, if you really like CGTN, you can check on us on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, everything you're watching now. And also we have the website CGTN.com. We're going to put on a brand new version of CGTN.com. It will look brighter and look more formatted and much easier for you to use. So yeah. From the technical side, we're now building the website in a much better way. So everything will be crystal clear and is freely available. Most importantly, we're not those media that desperately needs money, like New York Times, Washington Post keeps asking you. They keep asking you to support them, to pay for them. We don't ask pay. We're funded by government. We don't care about money. We care about truth. Okay, we're different. So we care about truth. Maybe sometimes, as Chinese, we speak for the Chinese a little bit, but truth is more important. Even if we speak for the Chinese, we can't lie. Lying is just anti-CGTN ethic. So. Check out, make sure to check out our new website and new app. I think our app is also being updated in the short time. And I know a lot of people are having trouble using our apps, and now we're trying to make it better. Really, we have a 100-man team to improve that. We really wish to bring you a free of money, free of ads. Yeah, make sure to check out CGTN again. It is ads free. We have been on live for an hour now, and there's no ads popping up, right? Okay, maybe on YouTube, on Facebook, that's out of our reach. So remember to check us. Well, we will bring more live again because Gong is back online. Now, so this is the Beijing 2020 Auto Show, and we're going to sign off here. So see you next time.